Does my legacy ever feel like a burden?
It's a lot to live up to.
Now you need to remember who you are. A Dupree woman. Find your inner strength.
Once we launch my purse line, we'll be on our way to giving the Kardashians a run for their money. I'm gonna shake things up.
A cycle of anger isn't healthy.
I'll be healthy again. As soon as I make a couple of cheaters pay for blowing up my life.
There were a number of times when you or a member of your family needed a favor. This is a situation where you owe me one. Have a nice rest of your day.
It sounds like someone deliberately tried to hurt you.
Sounds like attempted murder.
I can't imagine how terrified you must have been.
I found out who did this.
I love you, Derek.
For one night, let me remind you who you still are.
I fell in love with an inconvenient man.
Now you have to deal with the inconvenient consequences. You see how that...
Beyond the Gate spoilers indicate that the CBS soap has dropped its promo for the week of January 19th to 23rd, an add-on preview from what was released last week. There are some bombshells up ahead, so here's what fans can expect over the next 4 days. The Beyond the Gates preview video for the week of January 19th to 23rd opens with Ted Richardson, Keith D. Robinson, at the Fairmont Crest Country Club as he watches his ex-wife, Nicole Dupree, Daphnee Duplaix, walk in with his partner, Dr. Carlton Fitzgerald, Robert Christopher Riley. Ted says, "Nicole." Then he awkwardly notes, "Carlton." Yikes, the bad blood between Ted and Carlton has not disappeared in the least. It also looks like Nicole and Carlton are still going strong, despite Dr. Kill Rollins, Greg Vaughn, re-entering the canvas this week. As the promo continues, Leslie Thomas, Trisha Mangrant, can be heard saying, "Whatever long game you're playing, you're running out of time for that." It's unclear who she's talking to, but BTG spoilers note that she'll push Joey Armstrong's, John Lindstrom, buttons, and he'll bite back, so she'd better watch her step. Catherine Cat Richardson is put in her place. Meanwhile, Catherine Cat Richardson, Colby Natasha Nixon, is with Ted at Orphy Jeans for the next scene. Cat viciously states, "You slept with a devious, psychotic B, TCH, and expect somehow to get another well-bred princess." Ted replies, "We have come to the end of apology season. Have I ever been anything less than a good father to you?" It looks like Ted is done with "I'm sorry," and also with Kat constantly harping about Eva Thomas, Amber Michelle. Danny Dupree kisses Bill Hamilton, again. Over at Bill Hamilton's Time and Kyle duet, Office, he and Danny Dupree, Karla Mosley, are looking cozy in the preview clip as they share a tender moment. Bill tells Danny, "You burn bright, Danny. No power on this earth will ever dim that light." This is when Danny reaches in for a kiss, and Bill doesn't stop her. Are you excited about the week of January 19th to 23rd? Share your thoughts. Tune into the CBS Soap Daily and check out CTS often for the best Beyond the Gates updates, spoilers, and news. The hallowed halls of the Gates, Chicago's most exclusive address, are still echoing from the explosive events of the gala. But as the crystal is swept away and the gossip begins to harden into reputation-altering fact, this week proves there's no such thing as a quiet aftermath. Old alliances are tested, new lines are drawn in the marble, and a single, stolen moment in the shadows threatens to rewrite multiple futures. Here's what's in store for the pivotal week of January 19th to 23rd. Monday, January 19th, the morning after the storm. The penthouse level feels like a battleground at dawn. In the Sterling residence, Kat is not hungover from champagne, but from fury. The carefully reconstructed image she's built since her return lies in shards at her feet, courtesy of Alana's very public revelation. Robert is a wall of cold, disappointed silence, more damaging than any shout. His words, when they finally come, are surgical. "Your crusade to embarrass this family has reached its conclusion, Catherine. You will cease this investigative hobby. You will recant your accusations against Alana publicly. Or you will find the considerable resources of this family are no longer at your disposal." It's not a threat, it's a decree. For the first time, Kat sees the true cost of her defiance, not just disinheritance, but obliteration from the world she's always known. Meanwhile, in Bill's sprawling, art-filled condo, Danny awakens to a different reality. The memory of the kiss, urgent, desperate, perfect, courses through her with a terrifying warmth. But daylight brings a chilling clarity. She's in the bed of her boss, the man whose company is the cornerstone of her new life. The man who is, technically, still married to the building's queen bee. As she watches Bill sleep, a master of the universe looking disarmingly peaceful, her panic solidifies into a single, resolute thought: this cannot happen. Before he can stir, she slips from the sheets, dresses in silence, and flees, leaving only the ghost of her perfume and a note on the kitchen island that reads simply, "Last night was a mistake. Please respect my need for space. D." Down in the lobby, Ted Fuller is attempting his version of a casual morning stride, which resembles a man navigating a floor covered in Legos. His mission: coffee. His obstacle: running into Gwen, who is overseeing the floral arrangements with militaristic precision. "Ted," she says, not looking up from a calla lily. "A word. The building's insurance does not cover emotional damages or reputational harm. Your little stunt with the protesters and the sprinklers has resulted in a bill for water damage to the park room's original parquet that would make your cardiologist blush. Consider this your only notice that your condo association fees are being adjusted significantly." Ted's mouth opens, but no sound emerges. He simply takes his coffee and shuffles towards the elevator, a defeated man. Tuesday, January 20th. Unintended consequences. Ilona Rhodes is holding court at the building's private spa, treating her inner circle to revitalizing facials. The triumph of the gala is a sweet serum she applies more liberally than any skincare. "Darling, it was just a matter of time before Catherine's reckless past caught up with her," she purrs to a rapt audience. But her victory lap is interrupted by her discreetly vibrating phone. A text from a blocked number. "A gavel falls both ways, Ilona. You exposed one truth. Doesn't mean others aren't waiting. Watch your step." The color drains from her face beneath the cucumber slices. Her game with Kat may have ignited a war on a front she didn't anticipate. Across town, Daphnee is throwing herself into work at Sterling Global, a model of professional efficiency. Bill, however, is not having it. He intercepts her after a meeting, his voice low and intense. The note: "Really, Daphnee, we need to talk." She keeps walking, eyes forward. "There's nothing to discuss, Bill. It was a lapse in judgment. A moment of chaos. We're going to forget it and move on as professional colleagues." He steps in front of her, his presence filling the hallway. "I don't believe you. And I don't forget." The chemistry between them is a live wire, crackling with unsaid words and the memory of his hands on her face. But Daphanee's fear is stronger. "You have to," she whispers, her voice breaking before she sidesteps him and disappears into the elevator. Back at the gates, Kat is taking her father's ultimatum to the only person she feels might understand, Sarah Bennett. Over cheap wine in Sarah's cozy, UN standard apartment, Kat's defiance crumbles into raw vulnerability. "He's giving me an impossible choice, my soul or my survival," she confesses, tracing the rim of her glass. Sarah, ever the pragmatist with a heart, offers a third path. "Then you build your own survival, Kat. From the ground up. You don't need their money, you need your truth. And maybe you need allies they can't intimidate." For the first time, Kat considers that the path forward might not be through the Sterling Fortress, but away from it. Wednesday, January 21st. Awkward encounters and shifting sands. The building's state-of-the-art gym is the stage for the week's most excruciating interaction. Ted, huffing on a treadmill, is joined by none other than Bill Sterling, who moves with the easy, powerful grace of a natural athlete.